Hey everybody, Ryan Ritchie again with another iPhone app review. I don't know about you, but every once in a while I start to wonder, I get worried, I get concerned. Is there such a thing as a good free game for the iPhone? Specifically some sort of word game. And the answer is yes. Actually a really good one here called Word Scramble. Now the basic idea of Word Scramble, it's similar to Boggle. If you've played Boggle before, you get a grid of 4x4 letters. That's 16 in all. I'm stalling while it loads. Okay, and you can play and pass, play solo, or play online. We'll come back to that play online feature in a moment. Did I mention Scramble is free? So, here's what you do. Go ahead and play, and we're given a game board with our 16 letters, and we can pick our words. I see tan, for example. Up in the top left corner, we're shown the maximum score on this board would be 254, so that gives you an idea of how well you're doing on this particular board. Let's see, is there another word? We could do ban and nab rather. And of course, you get more points the bigger the word is. So if I do bane, example, that's worth 2 points instead of 1. So you go through this, and it's a timed event, and a minute and a half seems like a long time, but when you're playing it, it goes by very quickly. Here's or. What I found is one small downside has been that not all of the words that seem like obvious words are registering as obvious words, and some words you wouldn't expect to be in there, for example, first names, sometimes those are in there. So you might be surprised sometimes by the words that will work and don't work. So that's the basic gameplay, and then it keeps track of your high score, and it'll show you your high score. Down here at the bottom of the screen, you can go through and see which word you already have. I selected diet, and you'll notice if I try to do diet again, it'll just shake. Or if I do a word that's not a word, like let's do, it'll flash red for me to let me know that that's not a word. So that's the basic idea. You go through, you make the words, and then you see what your score is. Now, what's fun about this is that you can play online, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute. But I wanted to show you that once you're done with the board, you can then see where those words were to get 254 points. So we're almost done with this board, so I could just let it run down, and I guess I will now, but you could also tap on the screen, tap on this preferences button down here, and choose end this turn. So let me go ahead and do that. And so then I can scroll through and see what the words were, for example, rebate, and it will show me, R-E-B-A-T-E, where it was, so you can get better and better at playing it. Okay, so now let's go back to the main screen, and we're going to go online. Now, you'll see that the gameplay is the same. It'll take a few seconds here to find an open board, and this is all quite simple. Oh, we're already in the open board here. So I'm doing the same thing, but down here in the bottom, I can see who else I'm competing against and who has the top, second, and third place scores. And over here on the left, I see that I'm currently 67th out of 71 people who are playing this, in part because I haven't selected any words yet. So let's see if we can change that. It's hard to do this while doing the review, but by doing those two words, you see I've moved up to 42nd. So everyone's playing the same board simultaneously, and after 2.5 minutes, you'll get to see how you did. So if you think you're doing really well, you might be more humble after you see how other folks do on the board. It's a great game. It's a game I would pay money for, and I always hate to say that because I fear then they'll make it a pay game. But currently, it is free, and it's Word Scramble. Oh, one other thing to show you, it can also help you kind of look at the board a different way. If you change and hold this in landscape, the letters flip, and it kind of gives you a different view of the letters, and you might see some words that you would miss otherwise. For the digitallifestyle.tv, I'm Ryan Ritchie.